So right now, I am watching Base Giulio Base, Basegiuliobase, on Periscope. And I don't know if you can see it. He's got two little boys. One is Vittorio, I think the other one's Valerio or something like that. They just got done singing. They sang Skyfall. I'm trying to get this right. Skyfall first, and then they sang some Italian song, and they were just like all into it. And it was so into it that I've been sitting here laughing for the last 5 minutes. Today I went on a walk with him. Well, here we go. They just having such a good time. But he lives in Rome. They all live in Rome. They're in Rome right now. And he takes people on a walk through, like he's walking. Today we went to St. Peter's Square, where the Vatican is. Yeah, and they speak a mixture, sometimes a crazy rapid fire mixture of Italian and English, and then when they see that they have followers, because all of these scrolling are comments. I can turn those off, but I think it's interesting to see where different people come from. And when they see someone from a different place, like they saw someone who was a Spanish speaker, and so they spoke Spanish to him. And they did pretty well. Spanish and Italian languages are pretty close together. And then there was somebody else who spoke French, and so they tried to speak French, which they do not. And so they mixed up French and Spanish and threw in a little bit of Italian. And it's I love to travel, and I find it interesting to learn about different cultures. And this Periscope thing, y'all, like this morning, this is probably not a good way to spend my morning, but this is what I did. This morning, the sound of the little Periscope notification, which I'm going to turn off because it's loud as I don't know what, and it can be annoying, and it rings at inopportune times. But this morning, it's actually what woke me up, a notification. It said Giulio Base is streaming live. So I turned it on to see what was going on, and he was walking to Vatican City, and I watched for a while, like just fascinated, because I felt like I was there. I felt like I was walking on those cobblestone streets. He was like, holding up his phone, saying, "Well, here's the here. Look at the columns here," and it looked like single columns. But then he went closer, and you can see the architecture. I've been to Italy, but I didn't make it as far as Rome, far south as Rome, and I would love to go. I always have wanderlust, always. Unless I am away somewhere. When I come back, I recuperate, rejuvenate, and recover from my trip, because I don't tend to do like vacationing where I'm laying around, in the sunshine and that kind of thing. I'm out and about. I'm on the subway. I am walking, and I come back, and I need to just lay down for a while. So when I look at this, it's the next best thing to being there. I think it's the best way for me to describe it. And thanks again. This is a shout out. This is the second app in maybe a week's time that Robert Keniston has told me about. And I had heard about Periscope, but I didn't think it was relevant to me. There's a new app all the time. Every other day there's a new app. And I actually did not intend to do this video right now. I did want to talk a little bit about technology and that I'm grateful for technology. But I was watching this video like laughing. I need to get out of here. I've been answering emails. They're still coming in. I need to get out of here and go to the gym. I'm going to get out of here and go to the gym. But I got a notification that he was streaming live, and something about he was saying good night from his kids. Good night from my kids. They want to be part of our Periscope community. I don't know if you can read that or not. Yeah, there it is. And so it's okay. Well, let me see what his kids are doing. And I look, and the kids are they're the cutest, funniest, most congenial little kids. So I think one's 11 and one's 9, I think. I don't know. But one's 11. I don't know how old the other one is. It is just mind-blowing what can be done via modern technology. Like we can really use, just like I'm talking to you right now. There was a time that this wasn't possible, and I know a lot of younger people, for them it's always been possible. Like I remember when I was a young teen, yeah, like 13, 14, and I remember watching a 4-year-old work the VCR like a pro, and it was technology that she had never lived without. So it was normal. It wasn't any big deal. It was like, okay, it's VCR, give me the remote and I'm going to, find my whatever I'm going to watch. Just like people my age, we grew up using the telephone. It wasn't like a big deal. It was like, you pick up the phone, you call somebody and that's that. I do remember the rotary dial phone too. That's how far back I go. But I do not remember a time before telephones. That was before my time. My computer's doing something weird, so I'm gonna switch to my phone. I mean I'm gonna switch to my iPod right now. My computer's freezing and stuff. And I don't want another situation where I have to cut the video short because it just stopped recording. All right, I will see you in a minute. Okay, I am leaving home again. I recorded the first part of this video. I actually had not intended to record right then, but yeah, I was watching Periscope, and I knew that today, day 28 of my 31 Days of Gratitude challenge, I knew I wanted to talk about, I just knew instantly when I woke up this morning, well, because of how I woke up probably, that I wanted to tell you how grateful I am for technology, modern technology. Now, I do understand that all technology is modern at some point. At one point, the telephone was new. At one point, fire was new. It was modern technology. But I am talking about the advancements that we have had in the last 15 years, really. Like, I remember being in college and there were no laptops. Nobody had a laptop. I had a good friend who had a Mac desktop computer, which was still smaller than the IBM computers, because the Mac desktop was just the big monitor, big heavy monitor, and a keyboard. Whereas the what do you call them? The PCs were, you had to have the gigantic monitor, you had the tower that housed the computer, and then you had you had a zillion cables, and you had the keyboard also. And you know what? I'm just gonna drive for a bit because I'm feeling talkative. I think we're gonna talk for a while today. So, and I remember when the internet was new, and I would stay at work. I worked in a real estate office in Iowa City, and I would stay at the office late. And I was looking up, jobs in California because I knew I wanted to move here. And I remember the realtors, the partners, calling me aside one time and asking me, like, why are you looking up stuff in California? And I told them, I said, well, at some point I'd like to go out there. And they knew that I acted. I did local productions at the school, the University of Iowa, and they just looked at one another like, yeah, right, Who got the last laugh? No, anyway, yeah, I remember the internet was brand new. Like, I was on AOL message boards chatting with people, and now we have Facebook, which I don't love. I don't love Facebook. Facebook is too much work for too little payoff and too many headaches. It was exciting in the beginning because all of those people that I wondered, what happened to so-and-so that I lost touch with after school, or, this friend from school changed her name, got married. Women get married, change their names a lot of times, and then you can't find them. You don't know, where are they? This old boyfriend, or this guy I used to have a crush on, or any of that. Where are these people? And then Facebook showed up, and suddenly I knew what these people were doing. A few of them I reconnected with in person, and it was really, really cool. There are a few of them that once I found out where they were and what they were doing, I was like, okay, you can go back. You can go back into oblivion. I never need to hear from you again. There was one guy that was emailing me, Facebook messaging me on the regular, like multiple times a day about like, I don't even know, like show business type stuff about actors. Do you know this person? Did you see this? I heard about this, but not in a helpful way. I don't know. I really don't know what the purpose was. And I tried to be nice in the beginning because I remember, and I ain't seen this dude since I was like 7. Okay. It just got really, really weird. And I had a few of those, but he was the worst. And he was the reason why I stopped accepting private messages on Facebook. Because it was just, I was like, this is too much work. I'm trying not to be rude to somebody. He was very nice, but I don't know if he's mentally ill or that's what came to mind. I don't know. There's some people that I keep up with offline, and then there are other people who they will just want to know what's going on with me career-wise, and they want to know that I'm okay. And that's basically it. And if anyone wants to leave me a message, they can leave me a message on my page, but not a private message, because I don't need any more. And that really shut all that stuff down, all that weirdness that I was getting, shut it down. And I just didn't want to be bothered with it. Whereas on Twitter, I follow the people that have something for me, whether it's inspiration, whether it's information, whether it's a laugh, a quotation, whether it's just, it's people that I know and I want to support and encourage them. People who want to follow me, follow me. And it's like, I really like Twitter because it's like it can be a more mutual relationship based on what you find valuable, what you find interesting, what you find that adds something to your life. Facebook is, I heard it put this way and it was perfect. Facebook is all the people you went to school with. Twitter is all the people you wish you went to school with. And that's the truth. That is the truth. And I'm not bashing like people that I went to school with, or people I'm not there, but there are a few. And then there was some weird things that happened, a weird ex-boyfriend situation that popped up. I mean, things that made me realize that there is a reason why certain people, certain memories, certain experiences belong in the rear view mirror, and they don't need to be revisited again. But again, there are some people that I've reconnected with or I've connected with for the first time via social media and have become good friends. Some of the people that I'm currently collaborating with, I've met them on social media. And so there's a value to social media. Social media is wonderful as long as it's managed. It can be overwhelming because it's another way to always be on. Where am I? I'm just driving. I'm on autopilot right now. And I think it's important to be off sometimes. So I like social media. I like texting. I don't love phone calls, honestly. Hey, what you doing? What am I doing? Like, I'm listening to you ask me stupid questions now. That's what I'm, you know what? I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that here. I'll be back. Okay. I just had to run an errand. I stayed up late last night because I needed some inspiration. I talked to you a couple days ago about needing to make some changes, but not really feeling at peace with the changes that I am thinking about making. And I don't know if it's just because it's something different from what I've done, or it's just not the right path. So I'm in the process of working that out. And so I was watching some YouTube videos. I watched Oprah. I watched some Will Smith interviews. I watched a bunch of different things, and that wasn't possible, just a few years ago. Like that easy, immediate access to video that would inspire me. It wasn't. So I love that. Blogs. That's another thing. It's a way for people to express themselves and and be accessible to other people in a way that did not exist before. There are fewer barriers to communicate with one another, and I love that. Of course, you get the occasional, or more than occasional, idiot who has something hateful to say. Like, I look at sometimes I watch videos and I read the comments underneath, and people use it as an excuse to internet thug and be hateful and racist and everything else, sexist, misogynist, all of that. But by and large, the results of being able to connect with one another in this way have been positive. Yes, today, day 28 of my 31 Days of Gratitude challenge, I can see the end from here. I am grateful for technology and the way that it makes it possible for us to easily connect with one another. It's something that I couldn't have dreamed up. I had heard about Periscope in particular, but I was just blown away this morning. I was just like I am lying in my bed watching real-time footage of this guy walking through St. Peter's Square. My wanderlust was not lessened by watching the Periscope feed that I watched today. In fact, it made it worse. I've already been experiencing it because I've been watching a lot of, I watched a show, The Booze Traveler. I have a friend who's friends with the host of The Booze Traveler, and he's been telling me about this show, and I watched it, and it's a guy, I don't know what network it's on. Don't give me the line. Maybe the Travel Channel. It's a guy who travels all over the world and tries out their liquor or their local, whatever their alcohol is. And just watching, I wouldn't like to do that. I would not. I'm cool with liquor. I'm not so adventurous with, I'm not really adventurous with things that have to go in my mouth. I'm not. As a matter of fact, on the way to the car, I realized my mints all spilled in my bag here, my little backpack. And I have change at the bottom of my backpack that I've been meaning to get out and put in a jar. So now I got change and mints co-mingling. There is no way in the world I am going to put any of these mints in my mouth. I don't know. I mean, some people say, oh, you're so nice, nasty. Whatever. I ain't, no. We didn't get lip Ebola messing around. So I am not, I love to travel. I'm not adventurous when it comes to food. I have a couple of friends who will eat anything. Like, I've traveled with one of them. Some dude offered us stuff on the, some guy on the London Metro, the London Underground, offered us something. I don't know what it was. It wasn't something that I could identify. Plus, I didn't know who he was, and I just didn't think it was a good idea to be eating stuff from strangers on trains. I wouldn't do it here. Why am I going to do it there? And so, but she's like, oh, I'm going to have one. He kept offering me one, and I know in some cultures, and these guys were from Bangalore, and I don't know if they lived there or they were traveling too or what, but he kept saying, it's a savory, here, take one. And I'm sorry, I'm not intentionally being offensive, but I don't want it. I do not want it. No, thank you. Like experiences, okay. Going somewhere new, as long as it's safe, cool. Learning about other people's cultures and customs, I'm cool with that. But as far as ingesting things, nah, baby, that ain't, no. That's, no, that's not going to be me. And, yeah, no thank you. So, I took a detour. I was talking to you about the Booze Traveler. And I love this show. And just seeing him do his thing while traveling, I was like, oh my goodness, I want to go to Japan. I want to, like, there's so many places that the world is such a big place. And I'm pulled over here now. I'm getting these mints out of my bag since I was talking about them. There are the world's such a huge place, and there's so much going on and so many different ways to live, and I'm just fascinated. I'm gonna have to do a video where I just talk about travel. Otherwise, this is gonna go on forever. But I will say this: I encourage people to travel whenever possible. It doesn't have to be really expensive. Just get out and see something other than your corner of the world. It will educate you. It will broaden your mind in ways that you can't even imagine. My first I'm gonna save this. This will be a separate travel video where I talk about things that I have gained from traveling. But wanderlust is always a thing for me. If money didn't matter, if money were no object to me, I would be out. Y'all could just rename me Carmen Sandiego because I would be out. In the interim, until I can travel again, because I travel when I have commercial money. when I'm shooting commercials, TV shows, for me, unless you're a series regular, don't really allow me to operate on that level. And I've been doing a lot of TV shows for the last few years, and not series regular. So I pay my bills, but I can't travel right now. That is something that I need in my life. I need to be able to get up out of here periodically. And until, I'm going to bring this full circle, watch how I do this. Until I am able to travel again, social media and Periscope in particular, I just discovered it, helps me. It helps me to travel in my head or map out where I want to go. I also like House Hunters International. I really do. I want to live somewhere else for a while. I almost did. Yeah, I almost did, and then I didn't. And yeah, it wasn't the right time. But yeah. That's what I'm grateful for today. This video probably was longer than it needed to be, but thank you for going with me on another long and winding road. Y'all know how I do. I was going to go to the gym first, but I'm going to wash my car because the car wash is right there, and my car is filthy. And we have a drought here, and there are certain car washes that are like, or certain gas stations actually, that because of the drought are not washing cars. Like if they have car washes on site, they're not doing it. So I want to get in there before it becomes a citywide or a statewide thing, because my car is friggin' filthy. And I know from back in college when I didn't let the bird poop on my car, but it did, and I left it there for a few weeks, and then it ate away the paint. So for the next 3 or 4 years, or however long I had that little red Ford Escort that I loved, I think it was an '89 Ford Escort. Yeah, it ate the paint away, and that was just a constant reminder, So I really need to wash my car. It's been raining. It's sunny today. It is beautiful. Here, let me show you. Can I do it? Can I turn it around? I don't think I can turn it around while I'm recording. Hang on. Okay, see, it is a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and I'm just gonna head on down to this car wash and get this situation taken care of. Can you see the hood of my car? You see that? It's just all kinds of wrong. And I'm embarrassed to be seen in this vehicle because it's friggin' filthy. Filthy with a capital F. I'm waiting for these cars to go by so I can get on the road. Here we go. But yeah, you see all the greenery and it's just bright and cheery and it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. But I still wish I were in Barcelona. All right, I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Oh, I almost forgot. I've been meaning to... Oh, wait, here comes the car wash lady. Hold on. Okay, she came to ask me what kind of car wash I wanted. So, what was I saying? A friend of mine has decided to do the 31 Days of Gratitude Challenge for the month of June. And I am putting it out there so that she can't back out. So, Killa Brew. I'm going to put a link to your name. I know y'all wondering, what in the heck am I doing right now? I am trying to pre-clean my vehicle because what happens is, if I don't do this, when I get back into my car, my shoes will be on the seat, like dirty shoes, you know, the soles of the shoes on my upholstery. I know it's black, but I don't like that. And there's some things that I want to throw away. I don't want to leave my mail in here because I don't know these people. All of that. So I'm doing my pre-clean. But Killa Brew is going to do 30 days of gratitude for the month of June. I will put a link to her. Encourage her. I'll be watching every day and I'll be leaving comments. She is the creator and executive producer of the project I've been telling you about, The Most Unlikely. Make sure you follow The Most Unlikely YouTube channel. It's one of my featured channels, so it should be below this video, I think. If not, I will put a link to the channel. And she's also a good friend. So follow her journey all the whole month of June. And now I am leaving for real because I know I'm being annoying right now. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye. Almonds.